Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And today's video is going to be about an important issue that most of you have probably by now heard about. There was a court decision that came down a couple days ago regarding the issue of internet neutrality or net neutrality. And in a nutshell, what it basically means is, as things stand right now, cable companies, etc., internet service providers cannot distinguish between a big corporate company like, let's say, Facebook, or a little mom and pop, website. They can't distinguish between the two. They can't give one preferential treatment over the other. They can't say, Facebook, if you want to pay us, umpteen $1 million, we will guarantee you this much bandwidth, and you get priority bandwidth, da 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 da. And by doing that, the little mom and pop website would get pushed down the priority list as far as bandwidth and so forth goes. And so that's where the term neutrality comes from, because everything's neutral. So there was a court decision that basically shot down the support for net neutrality. I don't know all the particulars of the court decision, other than to know that there's a lawsuit going on, and basically, if the big companies, I believe it's Verizon and AT&T are the main two, if they win, net neutrality basically will go away, and then they will be free to give preferential service and treatment to those with the bigger dollars. So, sorry about that. I had to shut my door because the wife was screaming at the cat, and you guys don't need to hear that. So, in any case, back to what we were talking about. So, that's what the crux of the situation is. And what I'm going to do here is, I've got a couple of pictures that I am going to merge in here, and I suggest that when the pictures come up, that you take the time to pause the screen and just peruse over them, because what I've done is I've found two pictures that somebody has taken the time to do on the internet of what a tiered system will look like from an internet service provider, similar to how you do your cable now, cable or Dish Network or DirecTV, where you have different packages and so forth, and someone has taken the time to basically do a mock lookup of what they're going to look like if net neutrality is defeated. And so I'll merge those in here, and you can take your time, and I'll come back after you've looked over those photos, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more, and we'll be done. Okay, folks, so what you have here in this first example of this graphic is a tiered system that shows a basic price. If you had, let's say, Telco ADSL was your ISP, they give you, for $29.95, they give you a basic internet access package, and then you have this a la carte system here where you can get, for $5 you can get this bundle, for another $5 you can get this bundle. You can pick and choose which bundles you want, and for, like, Netflix and all that, there's a different bundle for $10, including Hulu and everything. And then on top of that, of course, you'd have to be paying your memberships for Hulu and Netflix, etc. So that's just one example of what we have to look forward to if net neutrality is defeated. And here we have the other example of another different type of tiered system that could be coming our way if net neutrality is defeated, where you have a basic package at $39.99, and then if you want to add this bundle of additional websites, you have to bump it up to $44.95, and then if you want to go and get these other ones, you got to bump it up to $49.99, etc. And it's similar to how like Dish Network right now has America's top 120 channels, and then top 200 channels, and top 250 channels, and each one is a different higher price for those included channels. And that's what we have to look forward to as far as websites go if net neutrality is a thing, becomes a thing of the past. So take a good look, and this could be coming to a computer near you. So there we have it, folks. Those are very possible, plausible scenarios, those examples that I just showed of what we could be looking forward to if net neutrality goes away. So the reason I'm making this video is, as gamers, we would obviously be affected by the loss of net neutrality, because if you, let's say that there is an independently developed MMO, massive multiplayer online game that comes out that you enjoy, and you've been playing it for a while, and then net neutrality goes away, and the ISPs say, well, World of Warcraft, Blizzard, Steam, all these, they're getting the priority because they're paying us a lot of money. They're getting the priority, so the bandwidth is going to them. And then, so your game that you've been playing, this independent one that you enjoy, now all of a sudden there's stuttering in the game because the bandwidth that they need to stream the data to you, they're lower on the priority list, so they're not getting the bandwidth they need to do that because they can't afford to pay, to compete with those other bigger companies. And so now your gaming experience is impacted. That is just one example of how this would affect you, in addition to the possibility of this whole tiered system. And I know the minute you see those pictures, those graphics, that it's very recognizable, because that's how the packages look now for your TV channels. When you have Dish Network or DirecTV or cable or whatever, you pay tiered systems for the amount of channels that you get, etc. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that could be done with the internet if neutrality goes away. So that was the purpose of me making this video. It's an important issue to me, and I only have a little over 200 subscribers, and my videos usually get between 50 and maybe 100 views. I have some that get quite a few more, that have gotten a few more, and so forth. But I don't get a lot of views. But even if 50 people see this that didn't know about net neutrality, and now they do, and they feel educated a little bit about it, or they choose after watching this to go and find out information and do some research for themselves and become educated on the issue, I feel like I've done my job. So that's it for this video. I hope that it was helpful in some way, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.